When you have paranoid delusions, you understand that you're not well. You don't believe yourself when you think your brother has been replaced by some imposter who looks identical to your brother. You know this is indeed your brother. You know this is coffee. You know that it's only sugar in your coffee. You know that this is your brother giving you coffee and not an imposter trying to poison you. You know this logically, but you can't shake a delusion with logic. And what are you supposed to do about it? Ask him if he's an imposter? If he isn't, then now he knows just how crazy you are. He'll have you put away or make you move. If he is, then he knows now that you know. So what can you do? But you also shouldn't entertain the thought that he is. You know he is your brother. You know this is coffee. But then, how many times has your brother ever made you coffee? And why would anyone put sugar in someone else's coffee? You leave it black and let them decide if they want the goddamn sugar. And your brother still hasn't gotten up to use the bathroom like he always does, and his hair is messy today. And when has he ever worn that hoodie? And then he looks over and says something like, "It's going to get cold." And you know that he just wants you to drink the poison. But it's not that. It's just that it's going to get cold. But it has to be that he's poisoning you. Because who put sugar in someone else's coffee? And why else would he tell you it's getting cold but to make you drink it? But what can you do? You have to drink it. That's your only option. You can't pour out this coffee now because then he'll know that you know that it's not sugar in your coffee. But maybe if you can just keep not drinking it and maybe pretend to take a sip if he ever looks over, when he leaves you can dump it out. But then he just doesn't leave. This is an imposter. This isn't your brother. There is poison in this coffee. Of course he's going to stay. He needs to make sure it's done. And that's when you notice the scissors on the table beside you. Because you know this isn't sugar and this isn't your brother. And you're not going to let this imposter poison you. And it won't be until after that you think about how much you lost